Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me and thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me and watch this video. I have to apologize because I have not posted any recording recently. I had really bad cold and lost my voice. So I am recovering, my voice is back, so I decided to record the video. So in today's video, I will be making something that my friend asked me to make it for her. She asked me for notebook cover. She needs actually two of them, so this is gonna be one of those. And at some point, I will make another one for her. So for this project, I will use sticky notes. These are coming in a pack, I believe 5 of them. They are from Dollar Tree, so we will use those. This is Dollar Tree notebook that I purchased. This is the paper that I received from one of you, one of my subscribers. Dawn, thank you so much. This one has a little bit purple on the back and my friend really loves purple color. So this is the reason why I'm choosing to use this. So I just printed out on a cardstock. I know that if you go to Creative Fabrica, you can choose many designs and print them on a color paper. So I printed 5 sheets. I don't think I'm going to use all of them, but I printed 5. Now, some of you mentioned to me that I tend to use black background on all of my notebooks, and you are right. I tend to get too dark cover. I think that the contrast is just beautiful, but you guys are right. I should be using different colors for the cover. So for this project, I'm choosing to use paper from Recollection. This is the cardstock. It has beautiful colors, as you can see it in here. And because my friend really likes purple, I am choosing to use this color as a background. So we will also use chipboard. So I'm going to use 2 pieces, 8.5 by 7, and 1 piece, 1/2 inch by 8.5. So let me put this to the side. Okay, so let's glue our cardstock together. And this particular one has little texture on one side and it's plain on the other. So I want to make sure that the texture will be on the same side. Okay, so let's put a small strip of glue. And we will glue this together. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this around because I want the texture actually to be on the outside. So the chipboard we're gonna place 8.5 by 7, that's first, then a 1/2 inch, and 8.5 by 7 again. So we will glue it just like that, leaving approximately 1 inch of space all the way around. So I'm going to leave it here and here. This portion is a little bit longer, but we will trim this off later on. So I have to unclog my glue and I will be right back. Okay, so let's glue this. And as you can see, this is really clogging up on me. I haven't used that for too long. Okay, I had to change the tip because my glue wasn't really coming out, so Okay, now 1/2 inch. This will be the spine. Okay, so now we will trim off the extra paper we have on the side, leaving approximately 1 inch of the paper, just like that. And we will do the same thing on this side. So we will trim it. And now we will score. Oops, I didn't put enough glue in here, which is okay. All right, we will fold this over. This doesn't want to stay glued. Okay, now I will run the spatula to get that nice finish. Just like that. And now we will miter the corners. So small angle. And we are not cutting all the way to the chipboard. We want to leave a little bit of that cardstock right there, just to make sure that we can wrap these corners really nicely. So now we will glue. And let's just make sure that everything sticks really well. Okay, one more side. Okay, and now we're gonna stretch this paper just a little bit. Okay, and here is our cover. Now my cover, and this is one of the reasons why I don't like to use other color of the cardstock, because you can see a little cracking. If this is what happens to you, you can just dab it a little bit around. Just like that, to cover some of this. Okay. So now we have our cover. Now we will work on the inside to cover this spine. So for that, I will use the leftover piece that I have. And we will trim this to I will cut a piece approximately 2.5 inches, and the height we will make 8. And with this we can cover our spine. Okay, place it on the middle. So the spine should be right on the middle, just like that. And I will pre-score a little bit. Now don't go too hard, you don't want to cut this paper, you just want to stretch it. Just like that. Okay, let's make sure it adheres. Okay, and I can see it, mine is puckering up a little bit right here on this side. So I will just add additional glue. You do want to make sure that this is all stuck, otherwise it's not going to look really well finished. Okay, just like that. And here is the cover. So now we will decorate. I will decorate outside first, and I'm planning to use this paper for the outside. Since she really loves purple, I will use purple for the outside. So for now, I will just trim the borders, since this is something I printed. And I don't know about you, but this is easier way for me to choose which portion of this sheet I would like to actually use it for the front. Okay. So this is absolutely gorgeous paper, I think. But I think I want to capture some of this white also. So I think I'm going to use this side of it. So let me cut down the height to 8.25 by 6.75. And now I can do the same thing with the back if this is what you want to use. Now for the back, you could use solid color or something else if you like. I'm gonna do all of that in flowers. So let me just trim this. And now I'm gonna make the height just like we did before to 8.25 by 6.75. And I have this little piece left, which I am gonna use for the spine. So I will cut this with the knife, just 1/2 inch. And this will be the spine. So now this is the front. You guys know that I like to identify where the spine is, because it's going to be easier for me to position this paper. So this will be for the front. Just like that, approximately 1/4 inch border all around. So So now we can do the spine and the back. All right, I think this is beautiful cover. This paper is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so for the inside, I had, from one of the collection, I had paper just like this. And I believe this is from one of my Christmas collections. I am not sure, but I want to use something a little bit more of a salad color for the inside. So now we're going to cut this to 6 3/4, just like we did on the front, by 8 1/4. And the second sheet, the same thing, 6 3/4. By 8 1/4. And we need a little bit for the spine, which will be 1/2 inch. I have to trim this a little bit. So 1/2 inch. And the height will be 8 1/4. So now let's glue this. We are positioning this on the middle, also paying attention to the top and the bottom. Just like that. Okay, so we got the outside, we got the inside. Now we can work on a notepad and this side. So the notepad we're gonna position closer to the score, just like that, but we will decorate it. And I will decorate this with another sheet of this paper. So I am matching the outside with the inside. So this notepad measures, the thickness of it is approximately 1/4 inch, maybe just a little bit more, and is 6 inches by 8. So I will trim this cardstock right here. I will trim this because the height, I want it to be just a little bit more than 8 inches. All right. So this is how I'm planning to apply this on the front, just like that. And this will be fold over towards the back. So I will apply the glue to the front of this notepad. Now don't go too close to the edges because you don't want to glue the pages. Okay, now I'm gonna align the side and the bottom of the notepad. Just like that. I don't want to see any notepad sticking out anywhere. I'm gonna glue it just like that. Okay. So now I will trim the sides. So with my blade, I'm cutting this straight down. And as soon as you get to the end of that notepad, I'm gonna run little angle. And I will do the same thing on this side. So when we glue this back, just like this, you're not gonna have any paper sticking out. So let's apply the glue in here. And now with the spatula, I'm helping to push this kinda towards the back because I want this spine to get glued really nicely. Okay. So as you can see, we have our notebook done, and I'm planning to position this just like that towards the side. So I will not make this removable. So I will apply the glue right here all around. And we will just glue it. Now, when you glue this, try to position it on the middle, closer to the spine, just like that. And we will squish this from the inside, just to make sure that everything adheres. Just like that. So now for this side, I do want to match these colors. So I will be using this again. Because I wanted to create a little pocket in here on this side. So we will cut this too. Let me just trim it. Okay. So for the width I will cut at, oh, let me measure this. Okay, the width I will cut to 5 inches. And now for this, I am gonna make small pockets. So the first one will be 2 inches. The second one will be 1.5. And I'm trying to keep the same orientation. And the next one will be also 1.5. Just like that. I have also some of this purple left. So this is 5 inches. So I will cut this paper to 5.25 and another 5.25. because I'm gonna apply this on top of it, just like that. So we need one piece that measures 2¼ Okay, that's gonna be for the bottom. And now we're gonna need 1¾ That's for the second piece. And 1¾ for the third piece. So now before we glue this onto our cover, let's pre-glue all these pieces on top of the cardstock. Okay, here is first. Here will be the second. And the third. Now I really wanted to put some sticky notes in here, and this is just way too big. So what we can do is use one of the smaller ones and position them on the bottom, but obviously not this color. I don't have any of the small ones that would actually match anything on the inside. I think that green would look nice right here. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pre-cut this to smaller size. But let's glue those packets. So the first one that will be on the bottom, we are applying glue to 3 sides, just like that. And we will position in here. So now I'm gonna do the top one, and we are gluing only 2 sides, just like that. And this one also 2 sides only, and we will position that right on the middle in between those two, just like that. And we just created small packets. So this is a little bit too thick, but as you can see, we can tack little notes or something in there. I also have little flags, and I don't have purple anymore left in this one, but we could also put little flags in here. And I think I'm gonna use those two, just like that. Now this, we have a little bit room in here, which is approximately 1.5 inches, and that's why it would be nice to have those really slim or small sticky notes, but because I don't have them, I will just trim this. And I will just glue this to the bottom, just like that. So you can still have your little sticky notes. So the only thing we are missing is really pen holder, which we will also make. So the pen holder, I will also make out of this beautiful paper. So we will trim this to 2 inches. And now I will score this. So I will score this at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5, 2, and 2.5. And the last score of 2.5 inches, I will just cut this out. Just like that. All right, and that will be our pen holder. So let's just glue this together. And if you think that this is too long, you can make it shorter. It's really up to you. Okay. And here is the pen holder. So I have pencil right here. And I will glue it just like that. Now, when gluing this pen has to nest. So when you close it, it has to be actually right here, which means we need to glue it towards the edge. So I am just gonna apply the glue right here. And I will position close to the edge, just like that. Okay. So now when I place this on the inside and I close it, you can see how nicely this is nesting actually in here. So you can use pencil, you could use pen, and no matter what you do, when you close it, it's nesting beautifully in here. So this is the project. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy watching me making this. This is really simple, nice and easy, yet I think it came out absolutely adorable. We have room for little notes that you can put in here or in here, or even on the top. So I hope you like this video. I hope you enjoy me watching me making this. And if you did like it, please hit like button, share, comment, and subscribe. All of those things really help my channel grow. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching this video. And I hope to see you soon in my next one.